There is a royal farm on a rock plate nearby where they herd these giant beetle creatures called Beatos.
Flaming hot Beatos.
Beetos.
Flaming hot Beatos.
They're beetles meets cows.
Oh, wow.
So there's this farm where they herd these giant beetle creatures out of nearby tunnels. They're basically these big, dumb, docile creatures that breed super quickly. In fact, Billy, you would even know this. They're thought to have been kind of like magically created because they're sort of this like miraculous food source. Just these big, meaty bugs. So essentially, Calhoun and Stinger fly into the tunnels and hunt Beetos themselves just so Stinger can stretch his wings and grab a big one for himself.
You brought the word Beatos so frequently into
I don't know why you're cracking up at this. You must have known about Beetos your whole life.
I know, but you just never get used to it. You just don't. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, I'm not.
It's the idea that something sounds like Cheeto is like uncontrollably hilarious to you guys. Like this is this
it's
episode stopper?
Overall,
this-
it's just overall a silly name. To
Yes,
be
it
saying
is.
as part of a serious plot.
Yeah, it was meant to be.
It's not
yeah.
just it's not a Cheeto
They're
thing.
a very silly creature.
Hank's gonna fry up a little bit of Beto.
Ooh!
A nice big Beto fry.
Oh, I'm so glad you can cook. I'm such a terrible cook.
Oh,
A Beto steak and Beto eggs.
Oh,
That's right. It's all Beto.
it.
A Beto mash, a Beto hash.
Oh,
You hear a cacophony of Beto noises echoing through the cave in this area.
No fucking way.
Billy, you really should have warned us.
Okay, my sympathy for this docile creature is wearing thin.
I can't be here.
Wait, real quick, can we just like meditate in the sound of the Beatles
Yeah, let's
just
bask.
for a second?
I need to break into the liquor early. I'm sorry.
Heck no.
Just a taste.
You see a few pens with these Betos in it.
Oi, oi.
You do see that there are these tunnels that the Betos are being like herded out of. You see shepherds, these zombies with like these prods. Like they usually don't have to shock the Betos. The Betos like actually like eat fucking rocks. Like you see them like grazing on rocks.
Existence is so tragic.
You see that they like the shepherds sometimes are just like throwing like pretty rocks, and the Betos are like following them. And
Pretty
going,
rocks.
pretty rocks.
They like pretty rocks.
They like rocks, yeah.
But pretty rocks.
Specifically pretty ones.
They're
Like,
seeing like flashy rocks, yeah.
like I,
Is
as
that-
a human, if there was a prettier sandwich, I would be drawn to it over
Yeah.
a regular.
Naturally, yeah.
If you were a magically created creature
Yeah.
that with
I
an
am.
intelligence of 4 and somebody threw a shiny thing, yes, you would be more willing to
Okay,
follow.
I know. I'm
Yes.
using it as strategy, trying to understand.
If
Yes.
there's a
I
grilled
usually
cheese,
choose the cookie. Yeah, I choose the grilled cheese with the gooeyest cheese. I choose
Yeah.
the
Yes,
cookie
yes,
with the
yeah.
most
yes.
chocolate chips.
Just trying to figure
Exactly.
out how to seduce these Betos.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can.
we do
Libidos.
We can use our tinkering to create some pretty shiny rocks. I guess we could try and cause the Beetos to stampede. That would make
a stampedo.
a stampedo, if you
stampedo.
will.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hank.
You're welcome.
Yeah, should we just make a big pile of shiny rocks?
why don't we just make 10 pounds of shiny rocks? I'll take my invisible arcane trickster mage hand and fucking huck them.
Okay.
It will be 30 feet away from us, so even if people notice the shiny rocks, it can't be traced to us.
Perfect.
Go ahead and give me a deception or a sleight of hand check, Billy.
Can someone help? Can I help with that somehow?
Yes, I'll allow help action.
Okay. 24.
24.
Nice.
Okay. You take
you.
your
Wow, what a chuck.
your arcane trickster hand. You grab at some nearby like crystals and stalactites nearby. You chuck them. You see some Beetos that are being led out of the tunnel start going and start like jumping up and
They love
hopping.
'em.
And
It's like when you go undercover, you have this idea of all this like sexy work you're gonna be doing, but really it's just like stepping in Beto shit.
You see these guards look like a little bit distracted, and the shepherds are like running towards these Betos that are like hopping up like fucking 30 feet in the air, like jumping up, going after them. You enter a long tunnel and see a bunch of Betos grazing about, eating rocks.
What do they sound like again?
I.
I just keep on forgetting.
I feel like things are
It's
about
like-
to get really serious, so I just have to ask, are they coming?
Do I know?
Come.
If you see one near like eggs, it might be like jizzing all over the eggs.
Okay, yeah, Zach, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
all right.
The answer's like a hard maybe.
You see that there are like diverging tunnels that look like they could be like natural burrows that these little beasts are making. But down the main tunnel, as you guys follow it, you finally reach the kind of main cavern. You find this huge circular room. There are rows of burrowing holes all along the cave wall, out of which house these Betos. The cavern is big, like 200 feet in diameter, and probably goes up about 100 feet. You see big egg sacs in the corners.
This is like the most disgusting.
It's absolutely fucking disgusting.
I just want to reiterate, I thought I would be like, doing espionage.
Right. And you see that the whole, even though this is like a huge area, this is where they like congregate and come out of like the mountain. So it's just covered in
Okay,
Betos.
new plan. We
They're
like
fucking everywhere.
hide in a hatched egg sack.
Yeah.
This is the life Leonora wanted from me. This is living with purpose.
Yeah, Hank is petting one's wet carapace.
Oh, so many eggs came out when you did that.
Yeah, you tip a Beto and an egg pops out onto your cloak and covers it in
Okay.
goo.
Zerk pockets some eggs.
Yeah, I did deserve that.
Should we spend the time trying to like learn how to ride these Beos in case we need to hop on them?
It's not a bad idea. I guess we could
Sweet.
see how receptive they
Yeah,
are.
go ahead and they're pretty docile.
might as
Go
well
ahead
try
and
now.
everybody
Yeah.
give me an animal handling check.
I do have a -1 to that. It's a 7 for Billy.
A 7?
13 for Zerk?
I'm gonna try to ride the one that marked me with their eggs.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like that's the beginning.
You have a
of
connection.
Wow. All right. 17.
Billy, you get on top of one. Its legs go out from under it, and it just goes, I.
It's the metal tutu. It's heavier than it looks.
Zerk, you with a 13 get on one. It gets scared and hops 30 feet up into the air.
Oh dear.
But you're able to hang on and ride it up, and then it floats back down, and you realize you could potentially use it in that way. Hank, with a 17, it also hops up, but you feel you're able to, like, I'll say you've got some, like, rope in your pack, and you're able to, like, use it almost like reins, like you wrap it around it and are able to kind of direct it. You're able to kind of guide it as it briefly glides in the air.
It's just like steering a boat. All right. I'm gonna call you Teacup.
Okay.
I'll use my movement to get in a tunnel kind of like out of direct sight.
Sweet. So you run 30 feet and get to like one of the burrows.
Yeah, I hide behind one of the Betos.
Cool.
I start making Beto noises to blend in.
Rad.
Those are happening naturally.
Yeah, they're freaked out at all the
working.
dynamite.
And then I'm going to use Spritle to cast Haste on Henry.
Whoa. Sweet.
Ooh.
Spritle rushes out, goes over. Hank, you feel this rush of energy. Zerk, I will say that this area is so filled with Betos and burrows and everything that you won't even need to take a full action to hide. Just go ahead and give me a stealth check, and that will determine how much cover you have.
Great.
So that will add to your AC. The guys have, since you didn't use an action, it's not a real hide. The guy has seen where you are, but if you do a good stealth check, you'll get 3/4 cover, which is +5 AC.
Okay, I'm just going to see how deep into this egg gunk I can get.
Right on. Yeah, you just dive into some freaking gunk.
Just burrow, baby.
So that's 15. Do we still have Pass Without Trace?
Yeah, you guys still
Yeah,
have
you
pass
would.
without trace. Okay, so
then,
I'll
yeah.
say, Zerk, you're able to get 3/4 cover, so that's +5 AC. So I'll say it's 30 feet off the ground. So if you want to do an animal handling check, you can try to jump off of one of the Betos to do if you want to do a melee attack.
All right, so I want to hop onto the Beto that I've bonded with a little bit.
Okay.
the one whose eggs I'm wearing.
Right on.
And try to attack Donovan.
Okay, here's what I will say. DC 10 to get it to hop with an animal handling check. If you fail, it will waste 1 attack.
Okay. Yes, dude. That is a natural 15.
Pops you right up. As soon as you get on this thing, it jumps up 30 feet. You are right within reach of the Wyvern and Calhoun. Who would you like to attack?
I just really feel like it was the same Beto as before. I just feel it in my bones.
You dive out of the way, but it hits a Beto near you and explodes.
Massacre. It's a fucking massacre.
I cast a healing word at Billy to bring it back up.
Yes! Oh, please! I thought I was gonna die totally missing.
I kiss a little beetle and it flies over to her and goes right into her mouth.
Take me to Lucky Town.
So last time, Billy, Hank, and Zerk infiltrated a Beto farm and ambushed Captain Donovan Calhoun, the leader of the Dragoons. Oing, oing. The rest of the episode was mostly just Beto noises. Oing, 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 oing.
How do you spell Oing?
O-I-N, maybe? Like a
the
little
N on the end,
N on the
yeah.
end. Oing.
I would suggest
guess it's
an
just
H
oi.
after the N.
I like the N really conveys what it sounds like to me. You don't hear it, but when
Yeah.
I see it, I'm like, that is right.
Yeah, that's
It's grating to look
that's
at.
for the more like orgasmic ones. Is the N gets added on the end. The rest
my
of them are just
head-
oing.
In my head, a Beto mating call is very serious, though. It's
Yeah.
just like, oin.
Oing.
Oi.
It's like when
Oi.
Papa would ask a question. Oing. Oing, oing, oing.
And that's how you know they're ready to go. I brought some Beatos. Thought we could have Beatos and chips. Oh, sticky
Oh
stares.
my good God, I am absolutely kicking myself for not having dispel magic.
No, it's fine.
I make a prayer to Dr. Zerk and I say, I hope you feel how much I need you, Dr. Zerk.
Zerk is currently
But I do
passed
it in my
out.
head so you guys all hear.
Zerk is laughing at a Beto right now. This is all happening in tandem with Billy, Zerk, and Hank facing Captain Donovan Calhoun in the Beto cave. Now the two parties are set to converge at the vault
Sorry,
doors.
can I hear what does a beetle sound
I
like?
forgot to.
Oing, oing.
It's weird live.
Yeah.
I
This is
think
like
it's
our-
beautiful live.
This is like our barbershop quartet noise. We need you to like just blow a little horn that makes that noise so that we can like all get in tune.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If there were like a kazoo that made oins instead.
Check out the NADDPOD store, everybody.
We finally reached branded kazoos.
That's right. We have a Beto box now available.
Oh my God, we're broke.
Is it okay if I just encase myself in some of this goo? Maybe put myself in one of these egg sacs?
You're already falling backwards into it.
A Beto trips, falls over, and gives birth onto you. Lays eggs, and the eggs immediately hatch.
Zerk spoons one of the babies.
You thought my cloak was gross.
Zerk whispers into the corresponding sigil the password that he came up with, which is him saying, "Baby, you're a fire, Zerk, made by a guy named Zerk.
I don't think it's working, so you have to sing it louder.
Baby, you're a firework made by a guy named Zerk, and now it's time to distract some guards."
Oing, 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 as you shoot across the sky. Oing, oing.
The Betos start screaming like humans.
Oh,
All at once.
Billy, is that
and they
normal?
all start laying eggs.
Okay, we have to get the fuck out of here.
And it smells
really
terrible.
normal.
I don't want to die like this.
or I mean, I guess I'll grab some more eggs. That's gonna be a 21 for Zerk.
Only a 21? Loser?
Right, you know what?
Advantage and plus 10? You have a screaming Beto on your back, that's why.
I put everything into the song, okay?
This is the only time you've ever seen them act aggressively. Sweet.
They're
So
Taylor
you
Swift fans.
guys...
Yes, and we will send you something as well if we are in trouble because I don't know what is behind the vault.
I have a patch on my denim jacket that I can send through.
It says help for some reason.
I think it's
a
a
band.
Beatles reference.
Terrible.
Counterpoint.
Isaac
Incredible.
kills you.
I saw a giant bug give birth just as long as we're sharing everything.
Really? Did the bug give birth to like a baby or an egg?
It was a lot of mostly afterbirth and eggs.
Mostly afterbirth.
I don't know how
okay.
both happened.
Zerk, did you get some afterbirth?
Oh, plenty.
Zerk? Oh, good.
He also has a vial of shit.
Zerk smells awful.
This place is a gold mine.
So we're like these base vermin who just keep reproducing
Yes.
to outsmart everyone.
Yeah.
We are the Beatos of the humanoid world.
You guys
My
kind of
goodness,
are
the
the Beatles.
fairies look at us as Beetles.
Answer the question.
Oing, yes. No, that's true. I can say that.
Everything I say sound like oi oi.
Am I a Beto?
You're expending a lot of energy telling me I've got a ton of Beto eggs.
Please.
Shovel a bunch into
Pops
her
one
mouth.
into her mouth.
Oh, because we all love Betos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're high in protein.
Can't get enough of this shit.
We've also got a Beto blatter of wine. You're a wee bit parched.
All right, yeah.
Drink up, Winnie.
She drinks it up.
You had eggs, Billy.
How dare you sneak in through the tunnels like rats?
Oh, hey.
He's
We're
going
not
to
rats,
go.
we're like Betos.
Like little disgusting Beetos. I swear all I hear is oing, oing,
Wait,
oing.
hey, what's disgusting about Betos?
How dare you?
They're
Also,
delicious.
like, this is the world you made.
You're the world I made.